Hello, sports fans. This is Muhammad Ali, world heavyweight champion.
Let's go.
My son rises in the east off Kentucky fried streets. Catch the shuffle as them beats match the beats. Get used to me, flow like a fantasy, stung in reality, molded from play in the alley. Whether the whole world's a stage, a ring, or an alley, stood up from the hood up, a power to the rally. Stand up for rights, left to Congress. Right here's to the man who never left. Muhammad Ali don't take no mess. Left inspiration to the whole rest of the nation. And the rest of the world, shook up the world. All the men, women, boys, and the girls. Allahu Akbar is the rule, cause God is good and God is cool. That's all that is, just don't get it confused. Get used to me, so what's my name, fool? Oh my goodness, it's Muhammad Ali. I'm the king. Holds his hands too low, dance too much, talks too much, yeah, y'all can call it what you want. Can't feed me, then you don't need me, don't squeeze me, can't house me, but never doubt me, till I'm gone to the break of dawn. Revolution in the house, rock on, rumble, come on, young man rumble. I'm gone, Sonny and George in the jungle, down goes racism, gotta beg my legs, thin line between an athlete and a slave. Beyond the box, change the whole game, get used to me, now what's my name?
He floated like a butterfly and stung like a bee, but nobody rapped quite like Muhammad Ali. Welcome to Ali Rap. I'm Chuck D. Before I heard Kool Herc, Afrika Bambaataa, and Grandmaster Flash, before James Brown was singing Papa Don't Take No Mess, there was Muhammad Ali, riffing on the human condition. Ali articulated the moods and thoughts of a generation, and many of his statements carry weight with us today. Over the next hour, you'll hear the best of the greatest, sometimes sadly prophetic, often brazenly hopeful. Most of the quips and quotes come straight from the champ's own mouth and heart. But at other times, entertainers and celebrities will recite his words, infusing them with their own color, beat, and meaning. The Ali rhyming begins now.
Some people say, you better watch Joe Frazier, he's awful strong. I said, tell him to try band roll-on.
After we get the bear, we will go after the hare.
Give me 5.
We'll give you 30, but your face is too dirty.
I'm a poet, I'm a prophet, I'm the resurrector, I'm the savior of the boxing world. If it wasn't for me, the game would be dead.
This is the legend of Muhammad Ali, the greatest fighter that ever will be. He talks a great deal, and he brags indeed with powerful punch and blinding speed. Ali's got a left. Ali's got a right. If he hits you once, you sleep for the night.
I can drown the drink of water and kill a dead tree. Don't mess with Muhammad Ali.
Marcellus vanquished Carthage, Cassius laid Caesar low, and Clavel flattened Doug Jones with a mighty muscle blow. So when the gong rings and the referee sings out the winner, Cassius Marcellus Clay will be the noblest Roman of them all.
If you think the world was surprised when Nixon resigned, wait till I whip Foreman's behind.
You call my poetry horrible? I bet my poetry gets printed and quoted more than any that's been turned out by the poem writers that them critics like.
At the sound of the bell, Terrell will catch hell.
I've done something special. I've wrestled with an alligator. I've tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder in jail. Last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick.
To make America the greatest is my goal. So I beat the Russian and I beat the Pole. And for the USA, won the medal of gold. Italy said, you're greater than the catchers of old. We like your name, we like your game, so make Rome your home, if you will. I said, I appreciate kind hospitality, but the USA is my country still, because they're waiting to welcome me in Louisville.
I'm writing the greatest short poem of all time. This poem tells how it feels to be as great as I am. Me, we.
Who would bet on Chevaldo beating me? Who would bet on Floyd Patterson beating me? Who would bet on Ernie Terrell beating me? I told you I was floating like a butterfly and stinging like a bee.
Float like a butterfly,
Sting like a bee.
Float like a butterfly.
Sting like a bee.
I'm gonna float like a butterfly and
Sting like a bee.
His hands can't hit what his eyes can't see.
Float like a butterfly.
Sting like a bee.
Float like a butterfly.
Sting like a bee.
Float like a butterfly.
Sting like a bee.
Oh, rumble, young man, rumble.
Ali's supernatural flow was only part of what made him a major root of rap. Behind the words, there was attitude. No one talked better about his own talent, beauty, and badness than the greatest. And beneath the attitude, there was still another layer of the man. He exuded outrageous unpredictability.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cassius Marcellus Clay. He's young, he's handsome, they know it.
My face is so pretty you don't see a scar, which proves I'm the king of the ring by far.
I'm young, I'm handsome, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
I'm beautiful, beautiful. I'm the greatest, I'm the double fastest. I'm clean and sparkling. I will be a clean and sparkling champion.
To get a good gait, I wear those pretty white shoes and those shiny white trunks. And the women say, Lord, ain't he nice and neat? Women don't like the sight of blood either, so I make sure they never see none of mine by not getting hit.
I'm the king of all kings. You want my title? Come on, you challenging the greatest of all time. I told you, I'm the real champion. I told you, I'm the champion of the world. All of you bow.
Lack of faith makes people afraid of meeting challenges, and I believe in myself.
I'm as confident as I say, and I'm better than I say I am.
I should be a postage stamp. That's the only way I'll ever get licked.
I always feel that I'm gonna win. If I didn't, I wouldn't be fighting.
I am bigger than boxing. I am bigger than all the champions put together. I'm bigger than the Super Bowl, the Rose Bowl, the Kentucky Derby, the National 500. When I go, the world listens.
I am the astronaut of boxing. Joe Louis and Jack Dempsey were just jet pilots. I'm in a world of my own.
Do I just sound like I'm quiet to you? As loud as I'm hollering, you call me quiet? I'm hollering loud because I can back up every word. I've had appointments with danger. I've sneered at doom. I've chuckled in the face of catastrophe. I've stood fearless in the hour of horror. I've gambled with the odds of fate. As you know, today is the jet age. Everybody's trying to break records. Man says that he'll be on the moon by 1970. One man said that they're going to make cars that'll run the sunlight. Well, those are pretty game predictions. Well, I predicted I'll be the heavyweight champion by the time I'm 21.
I don't always know what I'm talking about, but I know I'm right.
You know what I wanted to do to make the fight interesting and colorful was to get me in a dark room and get a candlelight and show just my head, you understand? Real ghostly like, and say, I am very glad that all of you have come to the theaters tonight to witness this fight. This will be the thrilling and the most dramatic fight in the history of all fights. Get you a seat and relax. Fight is scheduled for 15 rounds if there's no machine guns or bombs fired. So enjoy yourself and be among those who dare to dare.
All the great rappers can move people with their soul-cutting words, forcing us to take a closer look at who and what we are. So too did Muhammad Ali move people to watch and listen, as the radiant poet laureate of sports, dissing his opponents in rhyme while predicting what round they would go down.
I'm only bold and cocky before and after fight.
Let me see you close your mouth and just keep it closed.
Well, you know that's impossible.
No, keep it closed.
You know that's impossible. I'm the greatest. And I'm knocking out all bums. And if you get too smart, I'll knock you out.
Since I have predicted that I'll be the champion the time I'm 21, well, naturally, everybody's coming to see you win. And once you lose, I guess I would have to leave town. So, in other words, I talk too much to lose.
It's just a job. Grass grows, birds fly, waves pound the sand. I beat people up.
I got these, and they represent your thinking. These represent dynamite. There he is.
I'm young, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and I can't possibly be beat. They must fall in the round I call.
He will be mine in round 9, and if he makes me sore, I'll cut it to 4.
Thank you very much.
And if that don't do, we'll get him in 2. If he run, we'll get him in 1. And in your heart, you know I'm right. This bum go over 5 rounds, I won't return to the United States for 30 days. That's final. I walked into London, England, I jumped off the airplane. And Cleopatra was at ringside to witness. Can this Louisville Lip come over here and call the exact round again? We don't believe it. The 5th round came. I hit him. Yeah, I said, come on, sucker. Man said, break it up. I said, there he is. There he is. And walked on out of the joint.
After winning the light heavyweight gold medal in the 1960 Summer Games, Ali turned pro, and nearly 24 victories later, stood brassly on the doorstep and demanded the keys to the heavyweight kingdom, ruled by the man he nicknamed the Bear. The baddest man on the planet, Sonny Liston had won the title with a first-round knockout of Floyd Patterson in 1962 and duplicated the feat in a rematch. But in the wild run-up to Liston's 1964 defense against Ali in Miami, the Bear found himself being hunted by the thing he feared most, a crazy person.
Liston's a slugger. Sluggers don't like crazy. Nobody can ever tell you what a crazy's gonna do next.
I saw Sonny Liston a few days ago, Cash.
Ain't he ugly? He's too ugly to be the world champ. The world champ should be pretty like me. Our New Year's revolution is to knock out that big ugly bear, shake up the whole world in 1964, and talk no more. For all these big-mouth people here in Miami talking about I talk too much and Liston's gonna whoop me, well, I want all of them to be there, and I'm gonna shut up all of his mouth. The fight will not go be different. This will be the biggest contest in the history. Sonny Liston will be all mine in round 9. He must fall in 9.
Liston will fall in 8 to prove that I am great.
Liston must fall in 6. Tell all of the people out there who betting on Sonny that all of them are gonna lose their money and get to the fight early because I might get him in 1. For those of you who won't be able to see the Clay Liston fight, here is the 8th round exactly as it will happen. Clay comes out to meet Liston, and Liston starts to retreat. If Liston goes back an inch farther, he'll end up in the ringside seat. Clay swings with his left. Clay swings with his right. Look at young Cassius carry the fight. Liston keeps backing, but there's not enough room. It's a matter of time, and Clay lowers the boom. Now Liston disappears from view. The crowd is getting frantic, but our radar stations have picked him up. He is somewhere over the Atlantic. Liston is still rising, and the ref wears a frown, for he can't start counting till Sonny comes down. Who would have thought when they came to the fight that they'd witnessed the launching of a human satellite? Yes, the crowd did not dream when they put down their money that they would see a total eclipse of the Sonny.
That was the only time I was scared in the ring. Sonny Liston, first time, first round, he said he was gonna kill me.
Easy target. Play with a variety of punches. We call them combinations.
Sonny Liston's trainer told him at the beginning of the 7th round, he said, Sonny, get up, the bell's about to ring. Sonny said, my mother didn't raise no fool. I'm gonna stay on this stool.
They might be stopping it. That might be all, ladies and gentlemen. Get up there, Joe. Get up there. Get up in the ring.
I am the king of the world.
Hold it.
I'm pretty.
Hold it. You're not that pretty.
I'm a bad man.
Wait.
I shook up the world. I'm so great, I don't have a mark on my face. Yeah. And I upset Sonny Liston, and I just turned 22 years old. I must be the greatest. The bad couldn't hurt him. The bad couldn't even get a good lick on the hurt him. Put him in the hospital. He's never been stopped. He's never been whooped. Oh, I'm so great.
The brand new heavyweight champ agreed to a return bout with the Bear. They met 15 months after their first fight in an unlikely setting, a high school gym in the mill town of Lewiston, Maine, where Ali delivered on an earlier promise of a surprise.
I'm afraid that night hurt the gate if I let them know what's going to happen, so I'll just hold a surprise for them. But I know what's going to happen.
What's going to happen?
I can't told you I can't. Want me to tell? Let me tell him.
You can't tell him. You gotta wait.
Let me tell him.
You can't tell him.
The people are waiting for the prediction.
You can't tell him.
I'll tell you what's gonna happen, see?
No, don't tell him.
Let's get to the fight itself, to the one that has caused national controversy and national headlines. Was there a punch?
Didn't I say you will have a shocking surprise? Didn't I say that if I tell you what's gonna happen, you might not come? Didn't I say if I tell you what's gonna happen and do it, the people may say it's a fake? But how much worse would it have been if I told you that Sonny Liston will fall in 1 minute of the first round flat on his back and then do it? Wouldn't it look strange? So I said, come and you will have a shocking surprise. I also told you that history will be written. Did not I write history?
Liston said, this time I am a bigger fool. I'm flat on my back instead of the stool. I hit him with a punch that Jack Johnson used called the anchor punch. And you can't see it, but if you were hit with it, all of you'll be out.
In the modern street-born jargon of rap, humor often has more impact than high decibel rants. No one knew this better than Muhammad Ali, whose quick wit often revealed the playful boy inside. That's what made him so accessible, not only to fight fans, but to the world.
I'm awful serious.
Give me a nice serious look.
My plan of attack on a fighter like Alec Metcalf would be 2 fast left jabs, a rapid right cross, and a left hook. And if he's still standing and the referee is not holding him up, then I'm gonna run.
My mama told me I was always in a hurry as a child.
I even had measles and chickenpox at the same time.
As he rocks like this. I'm gonna show the people how fast I am. You see this? Now look, now I'm gonna show you something now. Now I'm gonna hit you 6 times before you count 2. Let me show you how to test my speed. I go to my bedroom, hit the switch, cut the lights out, and be in the bed before the room is dark. I say go, count. Go, 1, 2. You want to see it again? You know, people ask me, if you ever fight Wilt Chamberlain, how will it turn out? You know how it will sound? Know what you hear over your radio? Timber!
2, 3. How tall are you? So I can know in advance how far to step back when you fall down.
Gentlemen, I must
and cut that beard off because I'm not fighting Billy Goat.
I don't pretend to be friendly like most people when they get to the top. I am friendly.
All the time I gotta talk. You know, people just expect it. Reporters say, we don't want to ask you questions, man. Just talk. Well, my mouth is tired.
You worry about bad airplane flight?
Yeah, the only thing scared me is when I'm in a jet and the lady says, ladies and gentlemen, we've just been informed by the pilot that we are coming into a thunderstorm. And all of a sudden, bam, the plane started shaking and wings flopping. And I think about the plane splitting and the long fall, and I say, why did I have to rush? I could have took a bus. Oh, Lord, if you just let me off of here, I'll take a train the next time. But that time, boom, the planes get to shaking and falling. And I say, if I get off this plane, I'll whoop any man in the world.
One good thing about a bus, if it breaks down, it don't fall 30,000 feet.
Well, I have a lot of faults.
Like what? What's the worst?
I can't tell you my worst fault because I'm married. You figure it out. If I was out drinking coffee with a girlfriend, he'd write it for my wife to read it. He was sitting on the bar with Susie, and he gave Susie a kiss. I know his wife don't know that. She didn't until she read your article, fool. You always said, Muhammad, you're not the man you were 10 years ago, right? Right. Well, I'm gonna ask your wife, are you the man you was last year?
You'll get a quick answer to that.
No one in the media had a way with Ali quite like Howard Cosell. The country kid from Louisville and the Brooklyn-raised ex-lawyer first met in July of 1962. They forged a relationship that usually brought out the best and the funniest in both.
You use so many big words, Howard, you're a tricker man.
I'm not gonna trick you. You know I'm not gonna trick you, Muhammad. Wouldn't think of doing it. You're being extremely truculent.
Whatever truculent mean, if that's good, I'm that.
You are not a stupid boy.
Thank you, Howard. You're not as dumb as you look.
Howard Cosell was going to be a boxer when he was a kid, only they couldn't find a mouthpiece big enough.
We're going to be back in just one moment for more badinage.
What does that mean?
Boy, when you do bad, he'll talk about you. Muhammad, he's looking bad. Ken Norton just hit him in the jaw. I wonder if he broke that same jaw. Angelo, ask Muhammad, is his jaw broke? I'm in the ring.
Sometimes Howard makes me wish I was a dog and he was a fire plug.
After the fight's over and Frazier has caught hell, I'm gonna jump over the rope and finish Cosell.
You've been driving with me for a long time. I've been wanting to put an end to you. One of these days, I'm gonna pull your hair out. All right. You need me more than I need you. I never see you again, never do an interview with you again. I'm gonna still be a world figure. You're just an American figure. I'm a world figure.
Because of me fighting in all these European countries, you're getting a chance to see the world free.
You know something? I never thought of that.
Something to think about, Howard. You should quit asking me so many tough questions all the time, because after all, I'm showing you the world, man. And still today, after you see this, you'll be shocked, you'll be laughing, and you will know that beyond the shadow of a doubt, I am still the greatest of all time.
Okay, once again, that's our show today on ABC's Wide World of Sports.
I want to thank you so much for coming by. You've become a towering figure on the international scene by virtue of your victory.
And thank you for following me around and getting the ruler's praise also.
And thank me for having picked George Foreman to beat you, for which I again apologize. Good luck to you.
Thank you,
are
Howard.
the greatest.
Thank you, Howard.
Now, let's go back to Jim McKay.
I won Cosell.
For the rest of today.
I won Cosell.
I'm Chuck D, and this is Alley Rap. Long before songs like The Message injected a social consciousness into rap, Muhammad Ali used the language of the street to get his point across. Racism, the Vietnam War, and his conversion to Islam were themes of Ali's throughout the turbulent 60s and 70s. Watching him, I knew I had something to say, and that nothing could stop me from saying it.
The Negro here in America, you have put fear in him ever since he's been here. And the only thing you hope is some of it's still in me, but it ain't.
A rooster crows only when it sees light. Put him in the dark and he'll never crow. I have seen the light and I'm crowing.
We have never heard the truth. And truth makes you free. Can't you look at me and tell that I'm free? Can't you hear the way I talk and see that I'm free?
Who was lynched? Were we the ones to burn crosses? Did we tar and feather, rape, hang, beat with sticks? Did we enslave a people? Who were slaves for 400 years? What did we ever do to America's white people that they now claim we hate them?
Everything good and of authority was made white. We look at Jesus, we see a white with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Angel food cake is the white cake, but the devil food cake is the chocolate cake. White swan soap, king white soap, white plus toothpaste, the White House.
Nothing is wrong, but something ain't right.
You're Jewish. You know, your people call a lot of hell too. They used to have signs on Miami Beach saying no Jews and niggers allowed. You know what the Jews did? They got mad and bought the beach.
The day after beating Liston, the new champion announced that he was a member of the Nation of Islam and changed his name from Cassius Clay to Cassius X, and later to Muhammad Ali.
Cassius Clay is my slave name. I didn't choose it and I didn't want it. I am Muhammad Ali, a free name. It means beloved of God, and I insist people use it when speaking to me and of me.
Cassius Clay was my slave name. I'm no longer a slave. What does it mean? Muhammad means worthy of all praises, and Ali means most high.
I am America. I'm the past you won't recognize, but get used to me. Black, confident, cocky. My name, not yours. My religion, not yours. My goal, my own. Get used to me.
You want to say Cassius Clay when Howard Cosell and everybody is calling me Muhammad Ali, then why you got to be the one of all people whose color to keep saying Cassius Clay? My name is Muhammad Ali, and you will announce it right there in the center of that ring after the fight if you don't do it now.
Islam is the peaceful solution. The word Islam means peace. And once the so-called Negroes join on to the religion of Islam, there'll be no more race riots and forced integration and violence in America. Muslims are peaceful people.
Ali's outspoken support of civil rights and the black Muslims led him into the furor over Vietnam. When Ali was declared eligible for the draft, his response energized and encouraged the anti-war movement.
I really don't understand is why me, a man who pays the salary of at least 50,000 men in Vietnam, a man who the government takes $6 million from a year out in 2 fights, a man who can pay in 2 fights for 3 bomber planes, why would you take and seek out and be anxious to call me out of 30 men who you could have called? And I'm fighting for the government every day.
If I thought going to war would bring freedom and equality to 12 million of my people, they wouldn't have to draft me. I'd join tomorrow.
No, I will not go 10,000 miles from here to help murder and kill another poor people simply to continue the domination of white slave masters over the darker people of the earth.
God don't want me to go down for standing up.
Mr. Muhammad Ali has just refused to be inducted into the United States Armed Forces. Notification of his refusal is being made to the United States Attorney, the State Director of the Selective Service System, and the local Selective Service Board for whatever action deemed to be appropriate.
Hell no, I ain't gonna go. On the war in Vietnam, I sing this song. I ain't got no quarrel with them Viet Cong. Clean out my cell and take my tail to jail without bail. 'Cause better to be in jail fed than to be in Vietnam dead.
Whatever the punishment, whatever the persecution is for standing up for my religious beliefs, even if it means facing machine gun fire that day, I will face it before denouncing Elijah Muhammad and the religion of Islam. I'm ready to die.
I don't have to be what you want me to be.
I took my step back because I am a Muslim. There are 750 million more that believe just like me. I'm not burning no draft cards, I still have it. I'm not laying on the Pentagon steps. I'm not hanging statues of Lyndon Johnson. I'm not burning American flags. I'm only following the law. It has been said that I have 2 alternatives. Either go to jail or go to the army. But I would like to say that there is another alternative. And that alternative is justice.
You done rolled the dice on me. Now we're gonna have to finish the game. You can't cop out now. We done gone too far to turn around. You gotta go on and either free me or put me in jail, because I'm gonna go on just like I am, taking my stand. If I have to go to jail, if I have to die, I'm ready. I'm a freedom fighter now.
Found guilty of draft evasion in 1967, Ali was stripped of his title. Even though the conviction was eventually overturned by the United States Supreme Court, the champ was kept out of the ring for 3 years.
I've defended the title 11 times every 2 months. Beat the best that Germany had to offer, beat the best at Canada, England, Europe, America, and nobody has never scratched me yet. I've never been defeated, so who would you think the champ is?
Can my title be taken without me being whooped? No! One more time. No! One more time, we don't want no excuses. They may say the film was bad or the camera was broke. One more time, who's the champ of the world?
After shaking up the world in 1964 by taking out Sonny Liston for the heavyweight title, Muhammad Ali took center stage briefly, only to have the curtain dropped on the show for refusing the draft. In 1970, when Ali was allowed back in the ring, he set his sights on the man wearing his crown, Smoking Joe Frazier. But before they met in the fight of the century, Ali made sure that the world would be watching.
Frazier's no real champion. Nobody wants to talk to him. Oh, maybe Nixon will call him if he wins, but I don't think he'll call me.
I have the belt in my living room that John L. Sullivan had, Jack Dempsey, Rocky Marciano, Dean Tooney, Jack Johnson. Traditionally, I have the real belt. And for Joe Frazier to be a champion, he's got to beat me. See, those eliminations are only imitations. He's not the real champion. This is nothing but a target for a man who can stay on his toes, who can stick him, stay off range when he don't want to punch. When he's ready to punch, move in. That's what you do a man like Joe Frazier. Back off of him. Keep boxing style. Nowhere in the world from a man that don't have no footwork to catch me. Even the welterweight. Keep the camera moving because I'm kind of fast. Joe's gonna come out smoking, and I ain't gonna be joking. I'll be pecking and a poking, pouring water on this smoking. And this might shock and amaze you, but I will destroy Joe Frazier. If Joe Frazier with me, I'm gonna get on my knees. Get on my knees and crawl across the ring. Look at him and say, you are the greatest. You are the greatest of the whole world.
But after a 15th round knockdown, Ali tasted defeat for the first time since he turned pro just over a decade earlier.
We all are going to have various defeats in life, whether it be loss of loved ones or wealth or titles. And many people just can't stand these pressures and they crack up under them. And when a man can come through this after so many years of victory and been so supreme in his field and able to handle the defeat also victorious, then this makes him a bigger man.
Although he defeated Frazier in a rematch 3 years later, Ali had yet to regain his crown. Smoking Joe had already lost the heavyweight title to George Foreman, whose thunderous blows sent him to the canvas 6 times in 2 rounds. Ali, at age 32, got his shot at Foreman in a battle that would be forever known as the Rumble in the Jungle.
This fight will not go the distance. It will not. I've never wanted to whoop a man so bad. Joe Frazier never made me as angry as this man. This man is pretending to have my crown. I'm gonna stick him. I'm gonna be 3 times as fast. I'm gonna punch him at will. I might not knock him out cold, but I'll TKO him. I predict a TKO. I predict that the fight will be stopped on cuts or bruises or been humiliated. Humiliation will stop this fight. The referee will just step in and stop because I just be popping him, popping him, sticking and moving and I'm constant, popping him at will until the man just have to stop it. Can't you see that a miracle, a wonder is about to occur in this nation? The biggest upset in all boxing sporting history. This is going to be the biggest upset in all sporting history. The man is sore. The man is flat-footed. The man don't stand a chance. The stage has been set. This man is supposed to annihilate me. 10 years from Sonny Liston, I think it's befitting that I go out of boxing just like I came in, shocking the world by beating a big, bad, ugly monster that nobody could beat. So I never worry about hitting power. For a man like George that comes out with those big... That's why he throw him, he draws them back.
You have heard of me since you were young. You've been following me since you were a little boy. Now you must meet me, your master.
The bull is stronger, but the matador is smarter.
Foreman with a wild right again. Ali looks like he's trying to rest in this round. His punches are not doing any damage, though.
I said, come on, sucker, keep punching. Come on, show me something. After a while, I said, I said, you're out of gas. There ain't a station around. No.
Very even fight. Ali, a sneaky right hand. Another sneaky right hand. This time he works over the shoulder of Foreman.
When I beat Sonny Liston, I shocked the world. When I joined the Muslims, I shocked the world. When I beat George Foreman, I shocked the world. I am from the House of Shock.
I stayed on the ropes. When I stay on the ropes, you think I'm doing bad. But I want all boxers to put this in the page of boxing. stand on the ropes is a beautiful thing with a heavyweight when you make him shoot his best shot and you know he's not hitting you.
Foreman was a sore loser at the time, blaming my win on everything he could think of. But I like George today. I even use his grill.
As heavyweight champ for the second time, Muhammad Ali met arch rival Joe Frazier in the final act of their Blood trilogy. This time, the Ali rap cut deep with a racial edge.
Hey, it's Joe Frazier! Joe Frazier! Joe Frazier! Joe Frazier! Joe Frazier! Joe Frazier! Get him out of here! You make me nervous. Get him out of here, man! It will be a killer and a chiller and a thriller when I get the gorilla in Manila. All his hair will do all night. That's all he's gonna do.
Anybody black who thinks Frazier can whip me is an Uncle Tom. Everybody who's black wants me to keep winning. I'm proving you can be a new kind of black man.
It's the first time he gets right in my face, maybe the first minute. The first minute I can see a good hook and a right cross. It's all over. Fight might not go 2 minutes. I have 2 punches, one called the balloon punch and one called the needle. This left jab is the balloon. It swells your head up, and this is gonna pop it.
Frazier is very strong and scoring heavily, even though he took a lot in this round.
What am I doing here against this beast of a man? It's so painful. I must be crazy. I always bring out the best in men I fight. But Joe Frazier, I'll tell the world right now, brings out the best in me. I'm gonna tell you, that's one hell of a man. And God bless him.
Frazier's badly hurt.
We hit each other with shots that would take down a building.
The doctor comes up and looks at Frazier. I think it's gonna be over. It's all over.
In a bruising and brutal fight that ended with Muhammad Ali lying on the floor, the winner, Ali, is still the heavyweight champion of the world.
I don't know no other fighter today besides myself who could beat Joe Frazier.
That night, if Frazier had killed me, I would have gotten up. I would have become the first dead champion in history.
As Muhammad Ali grew older, the fluidity of his movements and the flow of his words began to diminish as Parkinson's syndrome took its toll on the most famous and perhaps most beloved man in the world. Before and after retiring in 1981 at the age of 39, the 3-time heavyweight champ reflected on the effect of his advancing years.
We naturally get older. I have about 6 gray hairs in my head now, where a few years ago I had just 1. So naturally, we never can be like we used to be.
I don't have to pop, run over here, pop, move it, all that little boy stuff, because now I'm the old man and they're the young boys, so now I can just take my time and do the rope-a-dope and let them punch themselves out, and every once in a while do just enough to win, let them punch themselves out. It's brain now. Everybody wanted home. Wherever I go, all I hear is Larry Holmes. Made me sick. Home, home, wherever I go. You gonna find Holmes? You gonna find Holmes? What about Holmes? What about Holmes?
Life is a gamble. You can get hurt. But people die in plane crashes, lose their arms and legs in car accidents. People die every day. Same with fighters. Some die, some get hurt, some go on. You just don't let yourself believe what will happen to you.
He's old. He's all washed up. He's got brain damage. He can't talk no more. When he talk, you don't understand him. Do you understand me?
I won the title, became champion, powerful and strong, and then God tries you, takes my health, fixes it so it's hard to talk, hard to walk. I'm blessed and thankful to God that I understand he's trying me. This is a trial from God. He gave me this illness to remind me that I'm not number one, he is.
After weeks of traveling from town to town around the world, the Olympic flame finally arrived at Friday's opening ceremony. Muhammad Ali, 1960 gold medalist from the Rome Games, lit the torch.
My left hand was shaking because of Parkinson's. My right hand was shaking from fear. Somehow between the two of them, I got the thing lit.
I look at it as a test from God. God tries people in different ways. Shaking in public, people looking at you. Once was so strong and so great. Now, the Parkinson, and the Bible, not like it was, the speech not like it was, shows you that life is nothing. You're gonna die one day. So get ready to go to heaven, to live eternity in happiness.
We've been on the air for the last 10 hours as the country has endured or is trying to get through, as one official here in New York said, this horrendous attack on the United States today.
After the tragedy of 9/11, the world looked to Ali to speak for his religion, and once again, he delivered like a champ.
Killing like that can never be justified. It's unbelievable. I could never support hurting innocent men, women, and children. Islam is a religion of peace. It does not support terrorism or killing people. They are racist fanatics who call themselves Muslims, permitting this murder of thousands.
That really hurt me, because I know Islam is peace, and it's not violent. So the few that do these things make the religion as a whole look bad.
Some people who call themselves Muslims do bad, crazy things. But some people who call themselves Christians joined the Ku Klux Klan, lynched black people, and burned crosses on lawns. True Christianity teaches brotherhood and love, and true Islam teaches those things too. God created all people, no matter what their religion.
For over 40 years, the world has looked to Muhammad Ali for his wisdom, his humor, and humanity. His impact will continue to be felt by all races, creeds, and colors. While rap will keep evolving, the man who embodied its power will remain fixed in our memory as the greatest. For Ali Rap, I'm Chuck D.
Well, I might go down in history as being the highest publicized fighter in the history of the fight game. The most talked about, the most, I would say, probably controversial, the most loved, the most hated, the most misunderstood.
I wish people would love everybody else the way they love me. It would be a better world.
What's my greatest weakness? Sad stories, people with problems. The service you do others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth.
I like for them to say he took a few cups of love. He took 1 tablespoon of patience, 1 teaspoon of generosity, 1 pint of kindness. He took 1 quart of laughter, 1 pinch of concern.
Mixed it up and stirred it well, and served it to each and every deserving person he met.
Since I won't let the critics seal my fate, they keep hollering, I'm full of hate.
But they don't really hurt me none, because I'm doing good and having fun.
And fun to me is something bigger than what those critics fail to figure.
Fun to me is a lot of things, and along with it, some good I bring.
Yet while I'm busy helping my people, these critics keep writing I'm deceitful.
But I can take it on the chin, and that's the honest truth, my friend.
Now from Muhammad, you just heard the latest and the truest words.
So when they ask you what's the latest, just say Ali, Ali. He's still the greatest.